What's up, everybody? I am Mayetta Sheree Romper, but you can call me Goonicorn, and welcome back to the show. All right, what's up, y'all? How you doing? How your mom and them? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, grab a snack, get a little beverage from the bike, kick off your shoes and relax your feet, and boogie on down to the escape. Just kicking, just kick it. Make sure that you press like, share, subscribe, all of the things that you know you're supposed to do when you come to somebody's YouTube house. Now, let's go ahead and get on into the mess with these Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, y'all, we got some things to talk about, okay? Because this episode really just serves as a revelation to me of sorts, because what I am starting to see, and what I feel like all of y'all are starting to see, is that this group just does not gel together. Like, you got Kenya here, who is like halfway friends with Sheree, halfway friends with Sanya. She likes Mayetta for whatever reason, and she's getting to know Courtney, I guess. And she hates Marlo. Like, that's it, that's all. Marlo and her hate each other. And I think that the producers or the casting people of this show, they think that like having Marlo around to agitate Kenya is creating good TV. But I just think that the place that Kenya is in right now is not willing to give Marlo the satisfaction of having a moment. And without Kenya playing the game, it's going to shit. It's going to shit. The beauty of Housewives is that this is supposed to be like a sisterhood, a friend group, a collection of women who all have something in common with one another, who all at the very core of them, they have love for each other, which creates this beautiful dynamic of like drama and love and makeups and breakups. But with this current cast of women, we are not experiencing real friendships. We are literally just watching a bunch of women who know of each other, but really don't love or like each other for real. And it's just like, it's kind of throwing the experience for me. So let's get into the episode. Let's talk about Sanya first. Sanya is in a very unique situation to where she is the breadwinner for her entire family. Because of her gifts, she has been able to provide her family with stability, which often means for a lot of us who grew up, I don't know how Sanya grew up, but I would imagine that she grew up being the one who had talent in her family. So now her talent is now paying everybody else's bills. So literally the weight of her family's success and livelihood is on her shoulders, from her running from pillar to post or from post to post, whatever the girls do in track, child, I don't know. So she got all these niggas living in her house. And to me, that is already a problem. Now, from what I have been hearing, that is the Jamaican way, and that is what the girls do. Y'all stay at home until you're 50, and everybody just lives in one house. I very much like Ross and like Chow. Look, I just wanted to be me and my family. Now, me personally, I don't want to live with nobody. I promise you, even if I'm married one day, I don't know if I would want to live with my spouse. I love living by myself. I love waking up and doing what the fuck I want to do, hearing my own self. I don't want to wake up to another nigga's morning breath. I don't want it. But with Sanya has her whole family in the house. She employed her brother-in-law to be her assistant. This boy's over here complaining about everything, like, oh, I gotta schedule this, I gotta pencil you in for that, I gotta arrange this, I gotta go get tampons from Walmart. I don't want to do that. And it's just like, boy, do you got a job? Do you got a job? Do you got anything? What is going on? What you got going on? Are you in school? Are you a CNA? Are you employed? What you got going on to where you cannot be this lady's assistant? Because I would assume if you had a job, you had something to do, you would not have to be assisting your sister-in-law, right? And then for the sister, I'm concerned about her in general, because I'm like, okay, you living somewhere, I don't know if you paying rent or not, but I'm assuming not, because all of y'all are kind of living off of Sanya. That's what we are getting. We as the viewers, that's what we are getting. I don't remember hearing anything about her having a job. I just know that she got 2 kids and a husband, and they all living in her sister's house. So that tells me that she ain't got no job. And that tells me that her husband is also broke. So all of y'all broke motherfuckers with way too many opinions and living in somebody else's house for free. And then you got the nerve to have attitude. And honestly, Sanya is really gracious about it. Like what I will say is that I think her personal story is giving me a lot of insight into who she is. And it is making me warm up and soften up to Sanya a little bit. I do like hearing about her struggle as being the breadwinner of her family. However, girl, kick them niggas out your house. It's time for y'all to go carve your own lane in life. That is the thing about relying on somebody else in order to pay your bills just because they are the gifted one in the family. Like, you start to lose your identity. Like, who are you outside of being Sanya's sister? Because now I don't even know your name. They gave you a whole confessional. I don't even know your name. They gave you and the mama a confessional. I don't even know your... What the fuck? Wait, hold on. Why does the sister and the mama have a confessional? Why? What they talking about that's that important? Nothing. Okay? So then we get into the scene with Marlo and her sister and Courtney. Marlo gets into explaining her deep frustrations with Kandi because Marlo had a nephew, rest in peace, who used to work at Old Lady Gang, which is Kandi's restaurant somewhere in Atlanta, where they be serving the over salty chicken. That's what I hear. I ain't never been there. I don't know. That's what the people say, that the chicken be real salty, and girl, they live out there with high cholesterol and high blood pressure and diabetes. Girl, I don't know. I ain't been there. I will go there and try. And if I get diabetes because I ate her chicken, y'all will know, because I will be suing the pants off of Kandi and Mama Joyce's ass. Bitch, I'm coming to the Old Lady Gang, and I'm coming there with lawyers, bitch. I'm shutting it down. Yeah. It's gonna be Goonicorns gang, bitch. So, okay. Y'all watched the episode, I'm assuming, because y'all are here watching this recap. Here's my thing with Marlo. Marlo does this thing to where Marlo and, what is that lady's name from Potomac? The light-skinned one with the bad skin and the big feet. I don't remember her name. What is that girl's name? Aaliyah? Her name is not Aaliyah. Maya? Mia. Marlo and Mia have a lot in common. They are both like very sketchy ass people with really not a lot going on in their lives besides like fucking and sucking to get a come up, in which they have done it big time. Like, they both landed on Bravo. So, kudos to them for doing it. But they both also like to capitalize on their families' like misfortunes and trauma in order to create a storyline. So she's talking about her whole family got some kind of like unresolved beef or resentment towards Kandi because their family member was shot and he used to work at Old Lady Gang. I want y'all to stop trying to draw the comparison that those two things are linked. Kandi and her restaurant had nothing to do with your nephew being shot. Marlo is a nasty, low-down, dirty scoundrel who is trying to connect the shooting that happened at Blaze with her nephew who got shot, and he used to work at Old Lady Gang. Those two things are two separate things. One does not have anything to do with the other. Kandi's cousin got shot at her restaurant, and Marlo's nephew got shot after he was not even working at Old Lady Gang, and that was independent of him being at anybody's restaurant. He got shot at home by his roommate. That had nothing to do with Kandi. Again, Marlo is trying to paint this narrative that Kandi is selfish by saying that Kandi supposedly is worldwide, but she never offered to help get my record expunged. Ma'am, a closed mouth never gets fed. Secondly, that is not Kandi's responsibility. But if you wanted help, you could ask for it. But you know who is the right person for the job? A woman who is involved in that world. Somebody who is like Courtney, who is a crisis manager. Your life is a crisis, and girl, now you got somebody to manage it. Thank the Lord, thank the heavens. Girl, moving on. I didn't like the way that Kenya spoke to her employee. I feel like I said this shit last week, that the way that she speaks to her employees is just a little too stern for me. Talking about hurry up. Bitch, you hurry up. I ain't hurrying nothing up, girl. Calm it down. But, you know, I do like the fact that that white lady has to call Kenya ma'am. I know that's the fuck right, okay? Actually, you know what, shit, bitch. I X everything I just said, girl. Kenya, you right by me, bitch. Okay, Black Power. Okay, so now we're on our way to Birmingham, and they bring up somehow that Kenya was somewhere eating ass. Now look, everybody, to each their own. And I don't know. And I'm not even about to kink shame or whatever. If Kenya want to eat ass, Kenya eat ass. Bitch, eat it till the cows come home, okay? Men deserve to get their ass eaten too. Men deserve to get their ass eaten too, okay? And not just us men. Them men deserve to get their ass eaten because it feels good. And Marlo, bitch, the way your heavy tongue set ass is set up, you ought to be eating ass. Girl, maybe that'll help lift some weight off your tongue, bitch. Then put that bitch to work. Exercise your tongue, and maybe that shit'll shrink a size or two, and then you can say words properly. But until you start eating ass, you always just gonna be mush mouth ass Marlo. Can't stand her. All right, so now we are on our way to Birmingham, and this is where it started to hit me that this group just does not gel together. Kenya sticks out like a sore thumb in the middle of all these girls, and it's uncomfortable to watch because you know that this would never happen in real life. In real life, these girls in Kenya would not be friends. They just would not. So we get to the restaurant where Marlo and Kenya get into it. Kenya, Sanya, somebody brings up that Drew was having issues with Marlo. Kenya tries to bring it up and Marlo overtalks her. Kenya was like, girl, why are you overtalking me? And then Marlo's childish ass was like, I can overtalk you. I can overtalk you. It's just like, she is so childish. Are we in middle school? Like, I can overtalk you? Girl, shut up. Shut up. It's just like she's sitting there with her face turned up the whole time. Like, this group just does not work. Like, it's so stupid. So they get kind of into a back and forth or whatever. That doesn't really go anywhere. Then we start to get ready for the party. And then Mayetta shows up in this foil textured pussy romper. And I'm just like, Marlo or Mayetta, girl, where are you going? Now, if I hear the word charity event and pussy romper just don't even mix. And then just the style of this romper. It's like, girl, are you going to go twerk on Neptune? Where the hell is you going in this astronaut romper, bitch? Mayetta is a hoot. Still not really feeling Mayetta because it's like, girl, why are you here? But anyway, so we get to the event, and honestly, Mayetta could have left on her foil romper because everybody in there was dressed like they was going to the mall. What the girls had on jeans, it was a lot. It was a lot. Like, Kenya was overdressed. She had on this really pretty dress with a little flower in the front, hair done. She was dressed to the nines. Everybody else there looked like they did not belong. So then the girls are there for like a good 15 minutes. They sit down. The girls come bring out sparklers and shit. And then they get kicked out of the event because the patrons are distracted because the cameras and Real Housewives are here. So it's just like this whole big thing that I can understand why they got kicked out. So they get kicked out. They get back to the hotel room and Kenya goes to her room. The girls feel like Marlo, I'm saying the girls, but it's really Marlo fueling this, says that she doesn't like it that Kenya separates herself from the group. Marlo, you and Kenya are not friends. What do you care that she is not there? Like, make a moment without Kenya. Like, let's try that. So Marlo, in all her brazen energy, goes up, knocks on the lady's door with her foot, her big ass foot. Almost kicked them people's door down. She was about to have a whole bill on her hands. She was about to kick them people's door down with her big old feet. Damn, now I think about it, there are a lot of parallels between Marlo and Mia. They might need to be best friends. Marlo tries to kick the door down. Kenya opens it up, cusses her ass out as she should, and says, my daughter's here. Marlo is like, girl, I don't care about that. Go put Brooklyn in the other room. That's the end of the episode. Y'all, this was a very lackluster episode, so sorry if my energy was a little low, but there was just not much to talk about. See what happens when you leave Kandi and Drew out for a whole episode again. Girl, this was stupid. This was dumb. This episode didn't need to happen. We could have just skipped right on past this. Those are my feelings on this week's episode. Y'all let me know if y'all liked it or not. And I will see y'all next week. Toodles.